This is my first ever Blogapalooza experience. So thank you so much, Miss
Of
Ace,
course,
for the
Jen.
invitation. And I'm so glad to be here. And thank you. And I can't wait to share my experiences.
Ako din, likewise, it's my first ever BlogaFest. And hello, BlogaFam. It's so nice to be here. And I can't wait to learn then from each other. So,
Perfect. Of course, our president in CICP, Jim.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Jim. First time. Parang the last time virtual din, but happy to be here and thanks Ace and Blogapalooza for having us.
Thank you so much. Now, meron muna akong mga introduction questions sa ating mga panelists. Jen is representing the creators, Rizza is representing the brands, and Jim is representing the industry. And Jim also came from an agency before, so may agency experience din naman si Jim na maibabahagi sa atin. So, first and foremost, let's start with our industry representative. Now, Jim, the pandemic actually brought about a lot of changes in the creator economy. How have you seen did our platforms adapt to this? Did you see new features? Meta is one of our major sponsors. Maybe, what are the trends that you've seen during this pandemic?
I think for the past 2 years, no, as the number of creators grew exponentially, no, dumami lahat. Lahat nagva-vlog, lahat nagti-TikTok. I think we've seen how platforms like Meta, who's with us right now, and even other rising platforms to innovate, and not just features, but try to be also collaborative with creators. Really equipping everybody to become better creators in your respective content creation journey.
Rizza naman from the brand side, many brands opened up to working with creators, especially during the pandemic. Okay. But for you, I know you have a lot of brands and are actively working with the creators. How did that period of pandemic really work for your brand in terms of engaging with creators?
ako talaga, I definitely saw a rise of quality creators. It's not just parang, creators. And then, for all of us brands, especially in the industry, we got really excited because we get to collaborate with, quality content creators na talaga. I'm also a content creator myself, and I felt dati, baka madali lang. Pero nung ako na yung gumagawa, hindi. Ang hirap pala. Ang daming pre-prod, post-prod, ang daming script writing, etc. And I just felt like during the pandemic, mas naging compassionate lahat talaga in collaboration with brands, with content creators, with agencies, etc. And it's just a very growing community already. So
Nagkakaroon na nga talaga ng industry. It's the influencer marketing industry, content creation and influencer marketing industry, because there are a lot of stakeholders that believe that this is really going to be an industry that's going to last. But the core point of all of this is actually the creator. So I'm wondering, for Jen naman, as a creator, and full-time creator ka na, Jen, di ba? How does a full-time content creator go about your daily life? What goes on in your mind every day? How do you ideate? How do you plan for your content? Kwentuhan mo naman kami.
Thinking about the concept of your video, paano siya magiging shareable to your audience, of how your audience will embrace to it. It's very taxing task. Whenever I create a content, the very first thing na iniisip ko talaga, what's trending? Kasi it's important, especially when you're on TikTok, what's the trending sound, what's the trending concept sa TikTok, and how will you incorporate it with your personal branding as a content creator? And also, you need to learn how to choose kasi may mga trends na hindi siya applicable with your personal branding. Hindi lang, it's because it's trending now, you need to do it. You have to learn the analytics, you have to learn kung anong klaseng content ang perfect for that certain platform. Even the aspect ratio of your videos, kailangan mo siyang pagtuunan ng pansin kasi minsan, the aspect ratio of mag-work siya with TikTok pero hindi siya mag-work with Facebook. So kailangan nyo yung Kailangan yung pag-aralan din yon. And it is important na mabilis kang mag-adapt sa mga changes. You need to be an audience as well, aside from being a content creator alone, para matutunan mo yung mga bagay na yon. So yun lang.
Over the past 5 years, the industry has really changed a lot. On the brand side and on the industry side, what were the most drastic things that you've seen working with creators for your brand, Rizza, and working with creators in general for Jim?
Yung level of collaboration talaga amongst creators, mas intense. Parang mas on steroids. Lalo na, even during the first 2 years when we were all on lockdown, para-paraan talaga lahat eh. I think it's easy. It became easier to collab because you can collab virtually. You can collab via Zoom. But now that the world is opening again, now that we can have events like this again, we see all of you becoming more and more creative in terms of finding ways on how to collab, finding ways on how to create unique content for you. Yung iba nga nag-aaway-aaway na ngayon eh. To get attention. I don't know if it's to get attention, but you know, ang hirap lang talaga ngayon because there are a lot of creators, and as I speak, exponentially it grows by the minute. So the important thing is how do you stand out? How do you get the attention of the brands that you work with? So apart from CICP, I head digital for Unilab. So as I represent all the medicines that we sell, we're very particular also. Sino ba yung okay ngayon? Sino ba yung rising ngayon? Who can best represent our brand, diba? I think that's my headline. Collaboration right now is on steroids. We've never seen collaboration happening even pre-pandemic. We have more vloggers, more TikTokers, and with the new features that Meta has, talagang it's all over the place. Kung hindi ka pa makikisabay, mahuhuli ka. Ako naniniwala ako, hindi na uso influencer. Kung tingin mo, influencer ka pa rin, bukas malalaos ka na. Because right now, the influencers have evolved to become creators. The content you create for brands, yan yung currency mo right now. Right? So, it's very important to have that mindset. Otherwise, mapag-iiwanan ka at ang dami-daming options. Right? So, there.
Totoo yung maraming options. Nakikita ko na rin kasi siya. Even for us, sa sobrang dami ng BlogaFam, 50,000 ang BlogaFam. Pero that's not even scratching the surface because I know there are a lot of creators that we're not even reaching. But for brands like you, Rizza, how do you spot these creators? Paano ka nagtatrabaho with creators?
Ako talaga, I've always treated our content creators, influencers as partners. Ayokong transactional lang, na parang, okay, post ka ng one IG story and then that's it. I won't have a relationship with you anymore. Kahit naman sino, di ba? Parang ayaw mong maging transactional lang. So I think, yun talaga yung pinagmamalaki namin with our brands, na we are never transactional. And if ever you are a business person, please don't be transactional with your content creators or influencers kasi itong mga taong to ang magsusuporta sa inyo through and through. I feel like ang takeaway lang doon, I guess, dito sa point na to is if you are a brand, you really have to have a relationship with your influencers. And if you are an influencer or content creator na a brand reaches out to you, if okay naman silang ka-work, talagang as in give your all. Kasi again, this is a business partnership at the end of the day. Right?
Ganda nun, Riz. Business partnership siya. We really have to treat it as something that is of value exchange. It's a value exchange. Pero Jen, as a creator, I'm sure marami kang brands na kakatrabaho. Gusto lang, Jen, one IG post. Jen, one Facebook reel. Jen, ganito. How do you feel about that?
I would be honest when I started, nakakasilaw talaga yung pera. I know a lot of you can relate to this. If a brand will offer you like, hindi mo naman gagamitan in the long run, you will accept it because they will pay for the content, di ba? Pero in the long run, you will realize that brand loyalty and it also building your trust to your audience is very, very important than just accepting the money. Kapag palagi ka na lang nag-a-accept because of money, you will lose your audience. You will lose the trust of your audience, at yun yung pinaka-importante. Kasi by the time that you will be able to establish the trust for your audience, mas tatangkilikin nila whatever it is na pinopromote mo. So ibig sabihin nun, if your audience, may trust na siya sa'yo, so mas maraming brands na lalapit sa'yo because they know you are giving them a quality content as what Ms. Rizza said earlier. Kaya naman, more than the money, ako pagkakamali ko before. But as much as possible, I'm trying to correct it now, na hindi talaga, kailangan ko talagang brand loyalty and the trust from my audience, it comes first, more than the money.
Yeah, but thank you for that, Jenna, because totoo yun. And I wanted to ask Jim also about this. Anong opinion mo sa mga brands na pushy? As, of course, wear the hat of the industry, ah. Anong opinion mo sa mga brands na pushy?
Now that, sabi nga na Ace kanina, before, I used to work on the agency side and totally understand this world, no? Yung mga brands na push, hindi talaga mawawala yan. Kasi, if you put yourself in our shoes, may negosyo din kaming kailangan alagaan eh. You know, we need to sell our products. We need to meet our marketing objectives. We need to achieve our communication objectives. We have business to do. So, hindi mo matatanggal talaga. Hindi pwedeng, bahala na kayo, okay lang, we'll just pay you for the work that you do. So, wag kayo maaano pag may mga brands na talagang metikuloso or yun talagang dudut-dutin yung trabaho. But there's one thing that I want to tell everybody. You have a voice. As a creator, you know your audience more than brands. More than we do. Right? So, importante, you have to echo to the brand. You have to tell the brand kung ano yung tingin yung mag-work. Sabi nga natin, age of collaboration eh. Right? Kaya ang brands obsessed with creators right now. Because marketing has evolved. Marketing is no longer about the stuff you sell, but the stories you tell. And you guys are the best storytellers. So we need you. And you need us. You need brands, diba? That's how the industry works. Kaya in CICP that Ace and I are part of, we always focus on how to set the gold standard when it comes to this industry. Hindi lang pang creator, but even for brands and agencies. Because at the end of the day, what makes this ecosystem successful is all of us, when we represent the three areas, diba? Doing our fair share and role, diba? As brand, as industry partner, as creator, diba? So there.
Salamat for that. Now, I will ask for a fast talk. Your opinions lang, short lang naman, your short opinions about these pressing issues of the industry. Okay? Let's go Jim and Rizza and then Jen. All right. Una sa lahat, creative freedom. Jim.
Everyone has that power to express creative freedom.
We all have to be free with what you wanna talk about.
If you have the liberty to choose whatever content you want to put out there, mas nagiging confident ka with with the output.
Yeah.
Yes.
Second, organic reach. Jim.
It's still alive. So hindi na lang ngayon puro paid, hindi totoo yun. Organic is still alive. So content is your key driver for organic reach. So don't stop creating unique content for your platforms.
Ako all for organic content talaga. As a brand, speaking as a brand, we honestly don't look at the vanity metrics anymore. Kung kahit konti lang ang followers mo, basta quality yung nagko-comment sa'yo, quality yung engagements, makikita ka namin.
On the creator side, organic reach is very important kasi mas makikilala mo kung sino-sino yung mga audience mo. From there, alam mo na kung ano atake ng content na gagawin mo.
O ito na, tanong ng bayan. Ano ang opinion ng industry, brands, and creator sa creator wars? Yung mga away-away na mga influencer, anong masasabi natin dyan? Jim.
Tigilan nyo na yung kakaaway. Dami-dami na problema ng mundo eh. Tulungan na lang, di ba? Parang, at the end of the day, wag na kayong dumagdag. Napaka-simple, nakakapagod, di ba?
Okay.
Yun na eh.
Very good.
Emotional ako dun eh.
Riz, ikaw, for the brands.
And I just want peace. And if nag-aaway-away kayo, parang ide-deter mo yung mga brands to collaborate with you. Kasi, of course, di ba, you also have to build your brand identity and personal branding, etc.
Brand
So,
safety. Yan,
yes,
mahalaga yan.
correct.
Brand safety. Jen.
As a creator, you have to think or remember na how do you want to be remembered? Gusto mo ba na maalala ka dahil sa nang-aaway ka sa internet? Or do you want to be remembered because you inspired someone?
Perfect, salamat. And of course, final words from our panelists. Again, Jen is representing the creators, Rizza is representing brands, and Jim is representing the industry. So maybe for our panelists, we can have your final words. Start na tayo with Jim,
Ako.
industry-wide.
Again, thank you Blogapalooza and Blogamama Ace for having us. Siguro, continue to learn. It's okay not to know everything. Okay lang yan. Hindi ako kasing galing ni ganito, hindi ako kasing galing ng ganyan. Dadating kayo doon sa level na yon that you will achieve what you... Do not aspire to be Jen Barangan. The best Jen Barangan is Jen Barangan. The best Will Dasovich is Will Dasovich. Create your own journey to be identified as, but learn from how they do it. And that's what collaboration is all about, diba? Make sure that you are at the top of your game. That you are becoming better and better day by day. Because at the end of the day, your future in this industry lies on your hands. So I hope that after this, then like every year what BlogaFest does, it's always to inspire all of you. It's always to elevate influence. As Ace would always say, be part of elevating influence because tayo-tayo lang to eh. Wala na yan, tayo-tayo lang. So the industry will do its share, the brands will do its share, you have to do your share. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Press Jim. Of course, Rizza.
Ayan, thank you again so much for having me here. Such an honor, definitely. Lalo na sa mga small business owners like I am. And final words definitely is every single one of you here has the opportunity to inspire, entertain, and educate people. Kahit gaano pa yan kadami. Or gaano pa yan kakonte. But at the end of the day, I think ang isa sa mga nagpapatagal sa mga content creators, yung alam mo yung longevity and kasi minsan talaga nakakapagod. Walang nagla-like, walang nagko-comment. Pero always ask yourself, ano ang community na gusto ko i-serve? So whenever you feel tired, whenever you feel, alam mo yun, frustrated na walang nag-view, walang nagla-like, i-remind yun sa sarili mo yun na what's my why? Sino ba yung tinutulungan ko sa content ko dito? And if you continue building yourself, continue building other people, continue collaborating with other people, and strategic yung brand identity nyo, kasi dapat may personal branding kayo eh. Brands will gravitate to you. Hindi nyo kailangang, huy, kunin mo ko, huy. As long as you have a great community, yun talaga, one tip. Create your own community, kasi kapag may sarili ka ng community, yung brands na ang lalapit sa inyo.
And of course, Jen on the creator side.
If you are starting pa lang with the creative industry, huwag kang ma-discourage because may audience para sa lahat. Hinahanap mo pa lang yon and hinahanap ka pa rin ng audience mo. So that's why stick to one niche at first. I always say this every time like I have a talk. Kasi minsan, di ba, nade-discourage tayo. When, like, let's just say we have a friend, sabay kayong nag-start, tapos biglang ang dami na niyang followers and all. Always remember, do not compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 10. Made-discourage ka talaga and you will not continue. And, of course, it's important, don't do it for the money. Don't do it for money. You have to make sure na the reason why you're creating content, it's either, as what Ms. Rizza mentioned earlier, you wanted to educate, you wanted to motivate people, you wanted to entertain them, and that's very, very important. And being a creator, ang pinaka-advantage kasi natin is we know how to tell a story. But instead, inaral ko kung ano kaya yung curious yung audience ko about myself. At doon ko na-realize yung job ko. They're very curious about my job, so I started creating contents about flight attendants. nung na-build ko na yung community ko, doon ako nag-slowly inopen ko about my life. So, bank on what do you think na curious yung audience about your life. So yun, thank you!